I feel like laundromats are like chain restaurants in that they can only stay good for so long. And finding a minimally hygienic environment to wash your delicates in will lead you to some odd places at odd times. So there I am, doing my laundry, and for the entire wash cycle, I'm minding my own business, completely alone. After I put the clothes in the dryer, I go back to my book, and all of a sudden, this baldish man with a mustache appears a seat away from me. He leans all the way over and asks, "What you reading?" I tell him it's some bullshit medieval fantasy. "Did you bring enough to share?" he asks. This catches me super off guard because it's a public laundry, the sun is going down, and holy shit, I cannot remember the last time a stranger spoke so directly to me. I tell him I'm struggling to get into the book and it's honestly not something I can recommend. His response is that he has a washing machine and that is only here because it's broken. This retired old man in a navy blue jumpsuit makes it very clear he does indeed own a house and a washing machine, but it's broken. He's going to fix it, or going to try to. He's a retired air conditioner repairman, and he's pretty sure he can figure it out, but the machine might just be old, and they don't make them like they used to. So he's waiting on these parts to come in the mail, and he's got to do laundry in the meantime. He was clearly worried he couldn't afford a new machine, despite spending his entire life fixing other people's appliances. He tells me all this. The only question I asked him was, "So what do you like to read?" Without any irony or hesitation, this guy tells me he doesn't read anything, and that he only ever read newspapers or magazines. At that point, I just put my book down, pocketed my phone, and let him take me on a journey. He told me that his wife used to do all his laundry, but they've been divorced for a while. His adult daughter lives with him, so he's got to come up with a laundry solution soon. He says it sadly like it's her last reason for staying at home. He told me a shitload about this truck he used to love. I cannot remember what brand it was, but in my mind, it's a yellow Toyota Tacoma. He apparently drove it into the ground like long after it was safe or convenient to operate. Tons of time and effort went into keeping this death trap mobile. And he's reminiscing about all these dangerous features to me very fondly with like stars in his eyes. And I can just imagine his basement exploding in a week when these parts come in the mail. He shared quite a bit with me by the time the dryer finished. He even followed me to the table while I folded my clothes. He stood there awkwardly and told me a few final tidbits about how much the neighborhood has changed for the worse. Finally, I pick up my hamper, put it on my hip and say, "Well," and his response is to turn to the dude in headphones next to us, a man even younger than me with less in common with him, and he yells, "What are you listening to?" The guy takes off one earmuff politely and says, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "What are you listening to?" And this young man tells him, "Oh, it's dance club music." And I just make for the door. No goodbye, nothing. And I guess that makes sense paired with how he introduced himself. I turn around one last time. The old man asks him, "So do you like to dance?" He looks at me, takes off the other headphone, smiles at me, and gives this dude his full attention. That's the last I saw. God only knows what bullshit this saint took his headphones off to listen to. I sincerely bet this old man's gonna go home and tell his daughter, "Friday night at the laundromat is the place to be." We made this guy's night just by listening to him. So I gotta find a new place to wash my clothes.